I'm Sarah from Ceramic Cafe, and we are very excited that your center is going to do some pottery painting this summer. We're just sorry that we can't be there to facilitate it for you. But hopefully by watching this video, you'll see everything you need to know and all about the supplies, and everything will run smoothly. So first off, you're going to get a box of supplies that looks similar to this. And I'm going to show you what's in the box. There is a container that has your brushes. And you'll see that there's a large brush and a small brush for every child. So when you get ready to set up for painting, you're going to give every kid a large brush and a small brush. There's also some paper towels in there. You're also going to give every child a paper towel. We have some water bowls, and these water bowls are reusable between the different sessions because I know you're doing them in small groups, and they can be returned to Ceramic Cafe with the unused paint. We have in here get it right side up here, a photo of the 3 color sets, and we are offering the kids 3 choices. A bright set that's set 1, a more earth tone set that's set 2, and a pastel set which is set 3. So they're going to say, I want to use set 1, set 2, or set 3. And you're going to say great, and you're going to give them their paints. The way you're going to do that is you're going to use the paper plates that are in there also. Pull out a paper plate, and you are going to give them small amounts of each of the colors of the 5 colors of the set. You don't need a lot of paint. Let's start with a little bit like this, or let's say they say, you know, I'm going to paint my whole mug blue, or I'm only going to paint it yellow and green. You can give them more of those colors, but if they don't know what they want to do and they're just starting out, give them a small amount of each color, and then you can always use the bottles to fill up more of what they need. Since you're going to be throwing this away, any paint that they don't use is wasteful. So we're asking that you try and be reasonable when you give them paint to start with. Also in here is 2 black grease pencils, and these are permanent. When the kids write their name on the back or the bottom of the piece of pottery, it will stay permanent. We also need a code for your center on the back or the bottom close to their name. For instance, if the name of your school is Franklin, I don't know the names of the schools where you guys are going to be, you're going to take and write an F. If this was your ceramic plate, you're going to write an F up here and the kid's name there with this special black pencil. If you write it with regular pen or pencil, it's going to burn off in the kiln. But that's something you can know, that if the kids really want to spend some time designing before they paint, they can use a regular ballpoint pen and draw some lines as guidelines, and those lines will burn off in the kiln. So that's your basic supplies that you're going to start with. And it will all be in here. When you get your pottery, it will come boxed up, and you'll probably be getting plates or mugs. In the case of a plate, they come in these boxes separated by cardboard dividers. And you want to keep those cardboard dividers after the kids have painted, let them dry, and then put them back in the box with the cardboard dividers. It keeps the plates from passing paint from one plate to another. It keeps it clean. If you have mugs, those are a little different. The boxes are a little tight, and so you want to make sure that you keep the plastic that these mugs come in. Don't give it to the kid and let it get dirty. Keep it in the box. After they paint their mug, put it back in the plastic and put it in the box. It keeps the cardboard from scuffing up the way that they painted it. So that's a little bit of information about packing up when you're ready to send all the supplies back to Ceramic Cafe. We're sorry that we can't be there to help you. If you have any questions, you can certainly give the studio a call. Our phone number is 913-383-0222. Again, 913-383-0222. So if you have any questions at all before you start to paint, give us a call and we can answer those questions or give you any other additional information or advice that you need. Okay, now I'm going to go on and act like I am talking to the kids directly and giving them their painting instructions. This might be the part of the video that you start showing your kids if you're going to use our information to show them, or you can just listen to it and then give them the information yourself. Okay? All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the paints. We're so excited that you're going to be painting a plate or a mug today, and you're going to be using ceramic glazes. They get fired in a kiln to a very, very hot temperature. The kilns go to almost 2,000 degrees. So everything that you paint will be food safe and usable. You can eat your cereal out of a bowl. You can drink coffee, no, not coffee. You can drink some lemonade out of your mug, and you can eat off your plate or use it in your bedroom on your dresser for keeping little trinkets. You can use your ceramics any way that you want. When you get your paints, a couple things you need to know. When you only paint one layer of paint, it's going to be very light like this. It's going to look more like a watercolor. If you put on 3 layers of paint, you're going to have a bolder, smoother, brighter color. It's just going to be much better color if you go over your paint more than once. The other thing about the paints is they're like a layer of glass. And so when you paint with them, how you layer them makes a big difference. In this case, we painted yellow on this side and we put the bright red on the top, and it looks just great. But over here, we painted the red first, and then we put the same yellow as over here on top, but it turned kind of orange. It lost its nice yellow color, and it just doesn't look very good. So when you're painting, start with your lighter colors first and add dark design on top. That will give you a much better look. Any part that you don't paint will stay white and still get covered by clear shiny glaze. You can see the back of this tile doesn't have any paint on it, but it is still shiny. Okay? You're going to get to use these color choices. You'll be choosing from one of the 3 sets. Up here are the bright colors. Down here are the earth tones. And set 3 over here is your pastels. So you're going to tell your teachers or your helpers that you want set 1, set 2, or set 3, and they're going to give you paints on a paper plate. We don't have black paint because it just tends to make everything messy, but I did forget to show your teacher something. We do have some black detail bottles that if you need to do a little teeny outline or add some black dots or something, your teachers can help you with these after you're done painting. All right, so let's say you're ready to paint. I'm going to show you a couple things. Okay, scoot over a couple things here. My water. All right, before you start, let's talk a little bit about the brushes. I've got this really big brush, and it's a great brush for painting with, but it holds a ton of water. So after you've used a color and you need to wash your brush out, and you wash it in the water and it comes out, the brush has got way too much water in it. What you need to do is take your thumb and your finger and squeeze that extra water out. Now I'm holding the brush just about 1 inch over the top of the water bowl, and I'm squeezing that extra water out. And then after that, if there's still some water in it, you can dry it on your paper towel to get the extra water out. That'll make sure that your colors stay nice and bright, because if there's a lot of water in the colors, they're going to be like watercolor and they're not going to be very vivid. Okay? Now, you also need to put your name on the back of the piece. I told your teachers that you need to make sure your name is on the bottom or the back of your piece with the special black grease pencil. Now I'm going to tell you my magic trick. Are you ready? This is my favorite part. All right, I have already painted a layer of pink on this and I've let it dry. All right, now I'm going to paint some purple on it. I'm going to cover that pink up. My purple's darker than my pink, and yet they're nice colors. They look nice together. Okay, and I am putting this purple paint all over. Spreading it out, but making sure I get good solid coverage. You could do 2 coats of this, but right now for demonstrating, I'm only going to show you just with 1 paint because I'm putting it on nice and thick. All right, my pink was dry, and now my purple is wet. And I let it dry for just a second or 2. I want it to still be shiny. I don't want it to lose its gloss. You can use the back end of your skinny paintbrush, and you can carve out and make designs. For instance, I can make some zigzags. Okay. I can write, I love Dad, because some of you might be making Father's Day presents. I can draw a flower. Is this so cool? How the pink underneath shows through when you scratch through the top layer of the color. It has a name. It's called sgraffito. It's an Italian word and it means to etch. And so you can do lots of designs on your piece without having to do a lot of tiny painting with your paintbrush. It's better to do big, bold designs instead of lots of tiny little designs. But this sgraffito technique is a way that then you can add some smaller designs because the end of the paintbrush is small. But this end, the brush end, is bigger and it's hard to make small writing, small words, small designs. Okay? So enjoy painting. The most important thing is to have fun, make your own masterpiece that you can be proud of. And we are so excited that you're painting. I'm sorry I can't be there to help you, but I know all your pieces are going to be great. I can't wait to see them when they're returned back to Ceramic Cafe. Thank you.